Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the James R. McMahon Memorial Coliseum, where the Salette Lions varsity team is going to be taking on the Hutsonville Tigers. I'm Kevin Quickly with Joseph Romero, and we'll be broadcasting for the Salette Sports Network tonight. Salette had a rough loss last night to Olympia, 41-15, but they're looking to rebound from that. The JV team had a promising start in the game that we just saw, but then they were unable to come away with the win. Tonight there is going to be a little bit of a change in the roster because Matthew Romero is going to come back into the starting lineup and take the place of Rylan Taw, who's been struggling a little bit with, especially with turnovers. So with the exception of that, the starting lineup is going to be the same as it has been for the past couple games. William Fitzpatrick, Charles Prather, Augustin Blood, and Amy Martin. The big difference, though, is that with Romero coming in, he and Fitzpatrick will be playing in the backcourt, and Eamon's going to be the guy that's running the baseline, and that's going to create, I think, much more open threes for Eamon. He didn't get many open looks last night, but the one open three that he did have, he sunk no problem. So I think that's something that the coaching staff definitely sees. The more that they can get Eamon into open shots, the more points we're going to score. Number 32, Braden Kincaid's going to be tipping off for the Tigers. He looks to be about 6'6" or 6'7", a little bit taller than Charles Prather. The other tall player on the court is number 24, Webster, who's about 6'5" as well. But with the exception of them, the rest of the Tigers not overly tall compared to the Lions. Gus Blood fighting for the ball after the tip-off. Good aggression right off the bat. Ball gets past number 20, Blank, and then Webster takes a three, no good. And Fitzpatrick, good job by the Lions right there. Charles Prather did a good job boxing out. Fitzpatrick was there to pull it in from out of bounds and saw Gus Blood and got it right to him to keep the ball with the Lions.
And then passes it to Charles Prather. Charles Prather gets a rebound, goes out of bounds.
Nice to see an open look getting taken right off the bat. The Lions need to avoid getting sucked into just following the offense kind of blindly and not trying to take open shots. So seeing a shot right there, even if it wasn't a perfect shot, still a good enough shot. Good attempt by Charles there. Blank takes a three and makes it. Tigers off to the lead right now, 3-0, 1 minute into the first quarter.
Fitzpatrick has the ball right now, passes into Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero goes in and goes out. And then Martin with the ball, passes it to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick back to Matthew Romero. And then fakes the shot. Still on the outside, passes back to Fitzpatrick. Eamon takes the three. No good. Gus Blood with the rebound.
Gets his shot blocked, but then he dives on the floor. And it's going to be white ball still. Referee taking a little bit of time to signal, but it's going to stay white ball. And right there we saw another really aggressive play from Gus Blood. Fitzpatrick gets open and gets the ball from Eamon. Eamon with the ball down the corner, doesn't shoot. Romero, nice ball into Prather. Prather moves around, tries to put up left-handed, no good, but gets his own rebound, and that's going to be a foul on the floor by the Tigers. Salette ball again under the hoop. That foul's on number 31, Lewis.
Eamon passes to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick on the outside passes to Matthew Romero. Eamon has the ball again. Fitzpatrick with the ball. Passes out to Matthew Romero. Passes to Gus Blood, and Gus Blood goes in.
That was a great fake shot from Romero. He got his defender completely off balance and got the ball into Gus, and it just looks like now the Lions are spreading more to the corners and just getting their offense out to the corners opens the inside up so much. And now we're able to see the forwards to get in there and attempt shots with space. Eamon saves it, nice save, and then throws it into Charles Prather to stay Lions ball. That's 2 saves, 1 each from Eamon and Fitzpatrick to keep possession with the Lions.
Eamon passes to Gus Blood. Gus Blood passes to Matthew Romero. Eamon has the ball again. Fitzpatrick to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero dribbles around. Gets the ball intercepted and stolen by number 20. Number 20 goes for the shot, gets fouled.
That foul's gonna be on Romero. Each team with 1 foul right now. Tigers taking a little bit of time to get it inbounded. They get it into blank, almost to the half-court line, but not quite. Webster gets it to number 31, Lewis, who makes another 3, putting the Tigers up 6-2.
Fitzpatrick slows it down, calls out the play. Passes to Eamon Martin. Eamon Martin to Chuck Prather. Chuck Prather takes a shot, no good.
And Gus able to secure another, almost able to secure another jump ball, and he does. The referee took a little bit of time to signal. At first he held a fist up, so I thought it was a foul, but it does stay a jump ball. Lions ball now. Aiming to inbound. Gets it out to Fitzpatrick at the top of the key, swings it to Romero. Quick look for a shot, doesn't take it. Fitzpatrick open for 3, gets his man off balance, dribbles out again. Fitzpatrick picks up his dribble, throws it across the court to Romero as all the defense had come over to his own side. Eamon looking to get something started, drives down the middle, gets the ball tipped away by Webster. And it's going to be a jump ball this time, going in favor of the Tigers.
Passes it to Lewis on the 3. No, the shot is no good.
It's going to stay white ball. Eamon to inbound. 6-2 Tigers with 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Patrick passes it to Matthew Romero. Matthew to Gus Blood. Gus Blood takes the shot. No good.
It's going to be a foul on the play as Gus went up for the rebound, and the foul will be on Gus. Timeout called. Both teams bring it in. Score remains 6-12. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and I think something that we've noticed a little bit is how aggressive Gus Blood is being right now. I was talking to some of the players before the game, and they were saying that Gus is the best player out there to box out. They said that Charles Prather gets a lot of the rebounds that he does because Gus is boxing out and he frees up Charles to take that rebound. So even if Gus isn't always racking up rebounds on the stat sheet, he does play a big, very big part in the Lions' rebounding game.
Webster to inbound.
Tigers taking it up the court. Fitzpatrick guarding Webster, who's much taller than him, but Webster passes to Blank, and Romero tips it, but Blank picks it up, takes a deep 3, and makes it again. Blank has more than average range for three-point shooting, so the Lions will have to know that they can't wait to pick up defense on him like they would a normal player.
Matthew Romero with the ball. goes in, passes back out to Gus Blood. Gus Blood goes back in, fakes the shot, and goes with the layup.
What a series of small things that led to a great play. Romero taking the risk to drive in. Nice pass out to Gus. Gus, nice pass fake, and then Gus ends up making it. That's a sequence of plays on the last possession that led to points. Now Eamon Martin comes with the rebound after the missed shot, and it's 9-4. Lions still down.
Fitzpatrick to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero passes to Chuck Prather. Chuck Prather fakes the shot, then takes it. No good. Goes back for the rebound.
He gets his own rebound and almost puts it back, but just out. He does get fouled. He was looking for the and one, but he didn't get it to fall. But he is going to get to shoot free throws. Charles's first shot is good. A little under 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Second shot on the way, and that is good as well. Lions down 6-9.
Blank has the ball. Blank passes it to Lois. Lois to Webster. Blank has the ball again.
Tigers waiting till they have an open shot. Get the ball down low to Lewis. Charles Prather, nice quick defense there to seal up that hole. If he hadn't gotten there any quicker, that probably would have gone in. And then Charles also able to come away with the rebound. Tigers aren't doing that good of a job at boxing out, so the Lions able to come away with a lot of rebounds. Fitzpatrick jump stops, and so he has to get it away, but Charles with it now. Gus Blood open at the elbow, pump fakes, takes a shot, just rattles out. Webster kicks it out to Blank in the corner, who buries another three. They need to stop number 20 Blank from scoring. He's already made 3 threes in the first quarter. Lions down 6-12. Charles Prather shoots from about the free throw line, almost gets his own rebound. Shot no good. The Lions big men able to take a lot of shots from the elbow and the free throw line. Lewis tries to dribble in on Gus Blood, but Gus prevents him from shooting, and then Charles Prather fouled on the rebound by number 15, Eller.
Eamon inbounds with 25 seconds left. Fitzpatrick with the ball, passes to Matthew Romero. Romero goes in, passes to Eamon. Eamon takes it back out. And then passes it back to Romero. Fitz with the ball again. Fitz takes the shot and makes it.
That is good. 3 seconds left. Tigers going to try and force something. Romero gets his hands on the shot and prevents that from getting anywhere close to the hoop. So momentum in the swings into the Lions' favor at the end of that quarter. Lions cut the lead to 4 points now, 8-12.
Blank has been a deciding factor in this game with already 3 threes.
And then, of course, right now the Tigers seem like they're scoring 3 points for every 2 points the Lions score, just because the Lions aren't able to take threes because that's not what's open. What's open is shots from the forwards at around the free throw line, and I think if they can recognize it right now, what they're doing is they're so used to pump faking, but there's no one there, and even after the pump fake, there's no one there, so they're shooting. And I think as they get a little bit more comfortable, if those shots are there off the bat, they'll just skip the pump fake and sink their shots right off the bat. Horn buzzes to signal the end of the break in between the quarters. Lions come out onto the court. It's going to be La Salette ball to start.
Eamon Martin inbounding the ball. Gives it to William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick passes to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero passes it to Gus Blood. Gus Blood is on the inside. Passes back to Fitzpatrick on the outside. Matt Romero passes to Eamon Martin. Eamon Martin back to Fitzpatrick. Gives it back to Romero. Romero gives it to Eamon. Eamon passes it back out. Patrick with the ball. Romero almost loses the ball. Gives it to Eamon.
Lions struggling to get an open shot. They keep casting the ball down the same channels without anything. Charles Prather open. Eamon doesn't see him. Ball comes back out to Fitz on the wing.
Fitzpatrick takes the three and makes it.
Fitzpatrick is a shooter. We know that. We haven't seen that very much this season because he hasn't gotten open very much, but if you leave him open, he will take you and he'll put those threes in. Kincaid barely gets a shot off. It's no good. Ball comes back into him. Gus Blood standing like a wall, so he passes it out. Number 22, Hayes, tries to shoot, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to be a push called on the Tigers. Number 23 with the foul.
Blaze Lorona goes in for Eamon Martin. Matt Romero with the ball on the outside. Passes to Chuck Prather at the free throw line. Chuck Prather takes the shot. No good.
Blaze Lorona, who just came into the game for Eamon, fighting for that rebound, doesn't come away with it. And that's another shot open from the free throw line. Number 14, Sips, takes the shot. No good. We saw Sipes make several shots in the JV game. He's shorter than Fitzpatrick, but he's a good shooter. Now he's open in the corner, drives in, tries to get to blank, but Fitzpatrick manages to get his foot in the way. It's going to be a kick ball back to the Tigers.
Hayes inbounds, passes it to Webster.
Blaze Lorona comes away with a steal, sticks his long arms up there and pulls it down. Fitzpatrick yelling at the offense to get started. Blaze comes open to the free throw line, and Blaze doesn't make his shot, but I think that Blaze is the perfect person to put in at the three position right now because he'll get those open shots at the free throw line, and he's a good shooter. Doesn't get a shot there, and then on the other end, Romero commits a blocking foul. The Lions have pulled within one right now. Scores 12-11 in favor of the Tigers. Lions undefeated at home this season, 2-0 with wins over Georgetown and Chrisman. Fitzpatrick goes to get the steal and is able to draw the foul on number 14, Sips. Salette's going to inbound now. Romero inbounding since Eamon's out.
Fitzpatrick with the ball on the outside, passes to Blaze Lorona. Blaze Lorona takes the three, and it's good. Blaze Lorona with the three. Lions up by 2 points, 14-12.
Blank on the other end, attempts a three, misses his first three of the game. He was 3 for 3 before that. And now Hayes takes a shot way off. Charles Prather with the rebound. Lions up for the first time this game, 14-12 with 5 minutes left. Crazy's getting loud after that three from Lorona. Matthew looks in, doesn't see anything, gets it to Lorona at the top of the key. Charles Prather wondering what to do with it, gets it to Romero. who goes up to take a shot, gets it blocked. Charles Prather, rebound, nice one-handed hook shot over the defenders to stretch the lead to 4.
Fitzpatrick with the runaway, fakes the pass, goes to Blaze Lorano. Blaze Lorano misses the layup. Webster went back with the shot. Passes it to Kodak. Kodak, it's fouled.
That foul's going to be on Romero. That was too bad. That was a great play. Fitzpatrick sends the defense coming in, jump stop, and he had both players off him, and it was a 3 on nobody. He gave it to Blaze, and Blaze somehow didn't finish that layup. That's a must-have shot. That shouldn't even be a question of missing. It should be a gimme, but Kincaid now at the free throw line. Makes his first free throw.
Eamon Martin goes back in for Matthew Romero. Kincaid's second shot is good. (16-14) Lions.
Timeout called after that second free throw. The Lions have done a good job in shutting down the Tigers' height advantage. There haven't been too many contested layups that have gone in. Most of the layups from the Tigers have been in transition or have come from shots outside the arc.
Eamon Martin inbounds the ball to William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick passes to Eamon. Eamon holds the ball, passes to Gus Blood. Gus Blood for the shot. Makes the shot. Gus Blood for 2 points.
Gus figuring out that if he turns around the elbow, he's probably going to be open, just spins around and uncorks a shot that bounced off the backboard into the rim to the backboard again and finally in. Sipes dribbling in now, gets a little bit carried away and loses the ball right into the arms of Charles Prather. Fitz taking it up the court now. Eamon gets it to Blaze in the corner. Blaze's three-pointer off target. Unable to come up with a 3 like he did the last time he was in the corner.
Sips to Webster. Webster back to Sips. Lewis takes a 3. No good.
Blaze needs to secure those rebounds. That was right in his hands, and he was just a little bit too gentle trying to pull it in. He loses it, and it's going to be Tigers ball. Elijah Hall comes into the game for Gus. Gus hasn't gotten a break so far this game, so he needs a little bit of rest.
Sips to Webster. Webster for the 3, and it's good. Lions up 18-17.
3 minutes left. Fitzpatrick gets across half court, gets it to Eamon. Blaze open outside the arc, but defense moves to him. Blaze in the corner with the ball. Elijah Hall posting up. Offense needs to spread out to the left side. They do. Blaze in the corner again, gets into Elijah, who loses possession of it as he's trying to dribble backwards, and that's going to be called a jump ball as number 23 was on the ground.
Webster with the ball. Webster just Sips with the 3. No good.
Eamon and Charles both go over there, and good communication. They didn't both go and try and pull the rebound down, so Charles was able to get it without Eamon tipping it away. Blaze open now for 3. Just off, not off by as much as his last one, so he's honing in now. Fitzpatrick guarding Webster. Webster tries to drive around, but Fitz slows him up. Kincaid now below the hoop, makes his spinning layup. Tigers pull away, up by 1 now, 18-19, less than 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Fitzpatrick with the ball to Eamon Martin. Blaze Verona. Fitzpatrick back to Blaze. Eamon goes to Chuck Prather. Chuck Prather passes it back out. Eamon almost loses the ball. Passes it to Blaze. Lions are struggling to get a shot in here now. Eamon takes the three.
That's off. Blaze and Elijah both fighting for the rebound, and that's going to stay white ball. Tigers coach not happy about it. I certainly thought that it went off of Elijah's hands, but refs didn't see that. They said that it was last touched by Orange, so.
Eamon Martin inbounding the ball. Passes it to Blaze Verona. Blaze Verona takes the three. No good.
Eamon comes with the rebound, shoots from the free throw line, and knocks that down no problem. Putting the Lions up by 1 again, 20-19, into the final minute of the first half.
Sips takes the ball, passes to Lois in the corner. Lois passes it to number 23. Passes it to Webster. Lois goes in and gets the layup.
Tigers back up by 1 again, 30 seconds left. Lions are going to need to set a screen at the top of the arc so that someone can roll around it and knock down an easy three.
Fitzpatrick with the ball, passes to Eamon Martin. Eamon Martin dribbles it back outside. Timeout called by Coach Mazia.
10.2 seconds left in the first half, enough time for the Lions to get off a shot if they can do it quickly. Lions are going to have the ball about midcourt because that's where Eamon was when the timeout was called. Buzzer sounds for the first time. Both teams coming out of the timeout now. Eamon comes over to inbound for La Salette. Fitzpatrick communicating where to set up the players. Into Gus Blood. Eamon with it now. 7 seconds. Eamon gets the ball tipped away from him as he tries to dribble behind his back. Webster takes it down. No good. There's no buzzer. And the buzzer didn't sound as the clock went, so there's no shot. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Lions down by 1 point. That was good, though, because even though Eamon got the ball tipped away, they were able to recover and keep from getting scored on the final seconds. We're going to have a break for halftime and then come back to bring you the second half of tonight's game against the Tigers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of play between the La Salette Lions and the Hutsonville Tigers. I'm Kevin Quigley with Joseph Romero, and we're getting ready to see the hopeful comeback of the Lions as they're down by 1 point right now, 21-20. They were trading leads with the Tigers for the last 4 minutes or so of the first half.
Eamon Martin inbounds the ball to William Fitzpatrick. William Fitzpatrick passes to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero takes it to the middle, passes back to William Fitzpatrick to Eamon. Eamon to Gus Blood at the free throw line. Matthew Romero's open for a three, takes it, no good.
Gus fights for the rebound, and he's going to force a jump ball. That was, if a lot of other players had been going for that rebound, it would have been Just a rebound for the Tigers, but with Gus in there, he wasn't satisfied, so he dove on the floor and got the possession error to swing back in favor of the Lions for the next jump ball.
Number 23 to Webster. Throws it off number 32's foot. Fitzpatrick gets the ball. Fitzpatrick doesn't know what to do with the ball. Passes to Chuck Prager on the outside. Gus Blood. Gus Blood passes to Amon. Amon to Matthew Romero in the corner. Matthew back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick passes back to Amon. Amon passes back to Fitzpatrick. Romero. Fitzpatrick with the three. No good. Lewis rebounds the ball. Webster on the other side. Back to number 23. They throw it in, and they throw it back out to Webster. Throws it to Blank. Blank passes to Lewis on the inside. Lewis makes the shot. Lions down by 3 points, 20-23.
Patrick with it now, coming up the court. Hopefully the Lions can avoid just kind of the swing back and forth around the top half of the arc that they fall into a lot. The quicker that they can get something set up and break out of that, the better shot they're going to get. Fitzpatrick picks up his dribble too early again. Romero looks for a three, doesn't take it. Gus comes out to the elbow. He's moving from elbow to elbow, hoping for an open jumper. And Coach Spezia, after about a minute of passing around without anything happening, calls a timeout.
The Lions struggle taking shots on the outside. They just pass it around until it's too late. When the ball gets stolen, they really need to work on that.
Right. They get it in and they take shots from there. They probably take shots that are closer to being bad shots on the inside much more than they do on around the perimeter. I'd say that's probably a good thing because they're much more likely to still make it off of a bad shot choice if they're closer to the hoop than if they're out shooting from distance.
Amon inbounding the ball. Passes it to William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick passes it to Amon on the outside. Amon takes the three. No good. Number 23 gets the rebound.
Romero's being careful not to foul right now. He's carrying 3 fouls.
Blank with the ball and travels. Lions ball. Amon Martin inbounding. It's Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick slowing it down, calling out the play. Was passed. Fitzpatrick with beautiful play. Passing to Matt Romero on the outside, and Matt Romero passes it to Chuck on the inside.
Ball goes over Lewis's head and mistakes compounding for the Tigers right now. They give the ball back to the Lions. Lions need to take the edge right now within a point of the Tigers. Sipes comes into the game for number 23, who committed that last turnover.
Romero fakes a three, goes on the inside, passes it out, dishes it back out to Amon Martin, and passes it up Fitz to Matt Romero, to Gus Blood, to Fitzpatrick, to Amon with the three. Amon makes the three. His Lions are now up by 2 points, 25-23 Lions. Webster to Blank. Blank passes it back to Webster. Webster passes to Sips. Sips passes to Lewis on the outside. Lewis goes in and takes a shot. No good. Webster with the rebound. Gets pushed back. Amon takes the next shot's rebound.
Fitzpatrick now with it. Calling out the play. Crosses over Webster. decides not to pass to Eamon because he'd just be starting the inevitable passing around the arc. Picks up his dribble again. Eamon open for three. He takes it and knocks that one down as well. Eamon Martin, back-to-back threes in the face of the defense. Lions up by 5 now. I think that's a shot that Eamon wouldn't have taken earlier in the game. He wasn't wide open, but Fitzpatrick with a steal now, taking it down the court. Pulls up, doesn't want to get blocked, but like I was saying, Eamon probably wouldn't have taken that shot earlier in the game, but now he knows that he can afford to take slightly riskier shots.
Chuck Prather gets fouled. He's taking free throws.
He's fouled by number 32, Kincaid, who fouled out of the JV game. Both benches very loud after that foul. It was a big play by Charles to draw that. His first free throw is good. Charles sitting at 7 points right now, Augustin Blood at 6, and Eamon at 8. If Chuck can make this, then he'll draw even with Eamon for the lead. Those 3 players are the 3 most prominent scorers for the Lions, and tonight we've also seen Fitzpatrick tack on 5 points of his own. He doesn't score a lot, but he has tonight, and Charles Prather gets another free throw, bringing his total to 8 points, and the Lions lead to 7, up 30-23. The Tigers coach calls a timeout before the Tigers inbound it.
Lions have a 7-point lead right now. Hopefully they can hold it for the rest of the game.
A little over half of the quarter gone so far. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in this third quarter. If the Lions can just keep getting the ball to Eamon behind the three-point line, even if he doesn't make it, he's going to draw the defense to him. Every time that he's taken those shots, there's been 2 defenders that have come out to guard him. And once that happens, then all of a sudden the paint's going to be wide open for the big men to put in their layups. Blaise Laronia has come onto the floor for Fitzpatrick. Lions now with 3 forwards. Romero's probably going to be taking point guard.
Webster with the ball, facing off with Romero. Passes to Sips. Sips dribbling around.
And Romero's going to foul again. That's his 4th foul. He needs to be really careful, because Romero fouling out could mean the difference of the game for the Lions. This is such a tight game. Even if the scoreboard doesn't show it right now, this is the first time the Lions have been up by a big lead.
Webster goes up.
And Gus is going to be called for the blocking foul. That's his 2nd.
Sips inbounding the ball, passes it to Webster. Webster fakes the 3, goes back up, misses the shot.
Good clean defense played that time by the Lions. Couple
Another foul.
offensive rebounds, and this time it's Charles Prather with the foul. Webster's going to go shoot free throws now. His first free throw is no good. Second free throw, no good again. Those were crucial free throws they missed, but there's going to be another foul on Gus Blood as Kincaid goes up to take the shot. Things are unraveling a little bit for the Lions. Gus has 3 fouls, Charles has 2, and Romero has 4. Thankfully, the other players out there, Eamon and Blaise, have no fouls. And even more Unfortunately for the Lions, those past 3 free throws have all failed to go in. The last one does go in for Kincaid. Lions lead cut to 6 now, 30-24.
Romero with the ball. Passes to Blaze Verona. Blaze Verona goes in, passes back out to Eamon Martin. Matthew Romero passes to Gus Blood. Gus Blood passes to Romero. Romero fakes the shot. Gus Blood passes to Blaze Verona at the 3-point line, just misses it.
Charles is gonna get the rebound and put it back up, but there's gonna be a foul called on the floor. Elijah Hall comes into the game along with Fitzpatrick to replace Gus and Matt. Kincaid and Webster also come out of the game for the Tigers.
Amen inbounds. Amen passes it to William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick fakes the 3, passes to Eli Hall. Eli Hall takes the shot on the inside, misses it.
If Hall had been a little bit quicker, he had no one in between him and the basket. If he'd been quicker to turn, he could have realized that he could have dribbled in, but he didn't. Blank takes another deep 3. Made a couple of those early in the game, but doesn't make that one. Blaze Verona comes away with the rebound after the second missed shot from the Tigers. Tigers fans silent right now. The crazies are getting loud.
Amen with the ball, passes to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's open for 3, takes it, misses it. Lewis gets the rebound, passes it to Sips. Sips passes it back to Lewis. Sips passes it to Blank. Blank passes to Eller, loses the ball. Number 22 comes up with the ball. Sips takes the 3, misses it.
And Blaze comes away. A couple players went for the rebound. It bounced and was about to go out of bounds and probably would have stayed with the Tigers, but Blaze grabs that.
Fitzpatrick passes to Blaze at the 3-point line. Blaze passes to Eamon Martin. Eamon Martin takes a shot on the other side. Just misses. Chuck Prather with the rebound.
And
Foul.
Charles draws the foul on number 15, Eller. He was getting bottled up, and I thought there was probably going to be a jump ball, but he drives in and gets fouled. Good play there. Kincaid and Webster come back in for Sips and Lewis.
Eamon with the inbound. Passes to Blaze on the outside. Blaze passes to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Eamon. Chuck Prather. Blaze Verona. Blaze Verona takes the shot. No good.
Elijah Hall tries to put it back up, but that's no good, and it's going to stay white ball. Big brain play from Charles Prather to throw it in off the foot of the Tigers player. Eamon's going to inbound again, and we're going to start over. This time Blaze pulls back from 3. His shot falls short. Webster bringing it down the court now for the Tigers. Blank in the corner. Lions playing much tighter defense on him now than they were earlier in the game. Kincaid goes up for a shot, no good, and Fitzpatrick with the rebound.
Fitzpatrick takes it down. Passes to Eamon. Eamon goes in. Passes to Eli Hall on the outside. Fitzpatrick back to Fitzpatrick on the outside. Back to Eamon. Eamon takes the 3. No good.
Tigers, instead of letting the ball go out of bounds, pull it back in, so they have to keep moving. They don't get a break. Tigers coach unhappy about that. Blank with it now over by the corner. Elijah Hall tips the pass, and that creates enough time for Eamon to get and play defense, and then Elijah to come back in and deflect it out of bounds.
A little less than 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Hayes with the inbound.
Lewis tries to come around and get the ball into the basket. Elijah Hall catches the inbound pass. Crucial steal. 10 seconds left. Fitzpatrick trying to set something up. Clock slowly winding down. 5 seconds left. Laronia pulls back from 3. Doesn't get it. Charles Prather tries to put it back. and that's just off. So the score 30-24 going into the final quarter. Lions bench energetic.
Lions can make this the 4th win of their season.
Lions definitely need to win so that they can maintain their immaculate home record right now, 2-0. They're also 2-1 in non-tournament games, the only loss in a non-tournament game coming against Olympia last night. So they can improve to 3-1 in that category with a win tonight. Starters talking to each other on the bench for the Lions. Two coaches have left the huddle and moved to the outside so that the team can discuss it for themselves. Buzzer sounds, and now the teams come out of their huddles and get ready to start the final quarter. The Lions have been taking a lot of threes. They haven't gotten a lot of them to go in, but they've gotten enough.
Amen will inbound the ball. Amen passes it to William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick at the L. Fitzpatrick takes the ball, passes it back to Amen. Amen to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero goes to the side, passes it back to Amen. Lions throwing it around. Romero to Gus Blood on the inside. Gus almost loses the ball. Gus loses the ball. Hayes takes the ball, passes to number 23. Number 23 passes to Webster. Hayes takes the 3. No good. Chuck Prather with the rebound.
We've seen a lot of missed shots from 3 for both teams. It's probably been good that the Lions haven't had a bad day shooting 3 on the same day that another team had a good day. I was a little bit scared at the beginning of the game when Blank made 3 straight threes, but he's definitely slowed down. He hasn't seen as much playing time. Romero from 3 now, and he knocks it down. Lions up 33-24. That's what the Lions needed coming out of the break between quarters. Get kick-started like that by Romero.
Lois in the corner goes inside.
Runs into Gus Blood, and Lewis is going to get called for the double dribble. That was great teamwork. Gus Blood stood in, kept his hands up. He wasn't going to move, and then Eamon came around the other side, and Lewis got flustered and put the ball back down the court.
Eamon inbounds to William Fitzpatrick. William Fitzpatrick passes it to Matthew Romero. Matthew Romero on the outside to Eamon Martin. Back to Matt. To Fitz. Back to Matt. Eamon takes the ball at the corner again. Matt goes inside. Doesn't make the shot. Number 23 gets the rebound. Tigers on a rush. They slow it down a bit.
Romero being careful not to foul. He's carrying 4 fouls. Sipes with the 3 now. No good. And it's going to stay Tigers ball. 2 minutes into the 4th quarter. 6 minutes left. Lions up by 9 points, 33-24. This is where they need to hang on. This is where they can either stretch their lead or see it crumble away. And any threes that the Tigers shoot would be instrumental in cutting the lead, so the Lions need to guard the perimeter.
Sips on the outside.
Fitzpatrick's going to be called for the foul for sticking his leg out into the path of the dribbling Sips.
Webster inbounding the ball. Passes at Fitzpatrick. Tips the ball out of bounds. Tigers ball.
Gus Blood sprinting at full speed to retrieve that ball. Almost crashed into the stands, but he was able to pull up and run up the stairs.
23 inbounds the ball. Doesn't know where to pass. Throws it out to Sips. Sips goes in to Lewis. Lewis is stuck with the ball in the corner. Throws another long pass to Sips. Sips takes a floater, no good. Lewis gets a rebound.
Gus Blood, clean D, forces Lewis to pass it out. Now Webster takes it in. Charles Prather's hand was up in the way. Webster had to wait a long time to get the shot off. Now Sipes throws up a desperation shot and gets fouled by Gus Blood. That's Gus's fourth. He's in serious foul trouble now along with Romero. Gus is one of the rocks of this team. If he's out of the game, that'd be a big problem, so he needs to be really careful, and I don't think that's that big of a problem for Gus because his defense is always so clean. He doesn't need to devote much extra care.
Sips for a shot, no good.
Second shot on the way and on target this time. Timeout called. Lions up by 8 points, 33-25. If the Lions can just keep their offense running not out of control, if they can just keep it under control and then make a shot every now and then they just need to maintain possession, because if they can do that, then they're gonna keep the lead, and as long as they don't start turning it over and giving up points in transition to the Tigers, then they'll be able to come away with the win tonight. Buzzer sounds. Lions break it down at the bench. Romero and Gus are both going to be staying out on the court. Coach isn't going to take them out and make them sit just because they have 4 fouls. He trusts them to play it out and refrain from fouling.
Amen with the inbound. Fitzpatrick taking it slow. Passes to Romero. Romero passes it back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick
through the arms of Webster, gets it to Matt. Amen now in the corner. Sees Romero open for 3. Shot is up, and that is good. Romero with another 3. Leave him in the game, coach, and you're going to get rewarded. Romero's 6 points, both coming from 2 threes at times where the Lions need it most. Seems like whenever he gets to sit on the bench, he comes out and knocks down a 3. Lewis tries to shoot and makes a 3 over the arms of Prather. Charles knows not to get over eager because the Lions are close to 7 fouls. Romero looks like he gets fouled right there as Eller converges on him, but nothing called. Webster Euro steps into the paint and sinks a shot. Lions lead cut to 6 now. Fitz gets trapped and throws it off the leg of Sipes out of bounds. Another smart play there. He didn't try and fling it across the court and get it picked off.
Amen inbounds. Passes back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick turns it around, passes to Amen. Amen goes on the inside, passes to Matt. Matt with another 3. Doesn't make it this time. Tigers ball. Webster with the ball. Passes to Sips. Sips is open, doesn't take the 3. Goes on the inside, passes out to Lewis. Lewis with the 3. No good. Hayes gets the ball, tries to put it back in. No good. Amen with the rebound. Amen's on the rush going for it. And makes the shot.
What a textbook play from Amen to jump stop, pump fake, and even though the defense didn't fall for it, he promptly just jumped up higher than them and put in a bank shot. Amen's scoring total moves to 10 points now. He's in the lead.
Sips with the 3, no good. Gus Blood with the rebound. Fitzpatrick Fitzpatrick goes to the side, goes in. Passes to Amon. Amon to Romero. Romero to Chuck.
Charles dribbles in and is going to draw a foul on the floor from number 23, One Lips on the Tigers. Both teams' foul totals mounting. Amon's going to inbound now. A little under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lions up by 8.
Amon open for 3, doesn't take it. Passes to Chuck Prather on the inside. Chuck Prather passes to Gus Blood. Gus Blood goes in and gets the layup.
Nice finish from Gus. Lions up by 10 now, their largest lead of the game, 40-30. Charles gets the steal and stays in bounds. Great play there. Amon open for 3 but doesn't take it. Romero swings it around the perimeter.
With about 2 minutes left, Fitzpatrick with the ball.
Romero narrowly escapes fouling. Fitzpatrick also almost fouls but doesn't. Is almost fouled but doesn't, I should say. And then Coach Spezia calls the timeout as he sees that things are unraveling a little bit. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lions need to maintain possession. If they get down the court, even if they have a wide open shot, I would say hold off on it. Not as much if it's down low where they should be getting it, but if it's from 3 maybe, and I think that's what Amon did. He had a wide open 3 from the wing, but he waited and tried to get the ball down low to where it's a more sure thing to get some points.
Lions up 40-30. Let's see if we can hold this lead.
Lions bench bringing a lot of energy to the starters. Crazy's also getting loud, trying to cheer on the team to finish off a win.
Amon inbounding the ball. Doesn't pass it yet, passes to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick with the ball, dribbles around the court. Passes to Matt Romero. Matt Romero passes to Chuck Prather on the inside. Chuck Prather goes up, shoots, no good. Gets back the ball. Passes to Amon Martin. Amon Martin goes on the inside, takes the shot. No good.
Charles Prather, what a rebound and the finish. Count the foul. What a play by Charles, whether it was the reaching out, securing that rebound with one hand, or going up and finishing while getting smacked. That's the play of the game right there from Charles. He's going to get to shoot one free throw now. Score 42-30 in favor of the Lions. Free throw no good. Charles even now with Amon at 10 points each. Gus Blood also at 8. Webster takes a 3, no good, off the rim through the hands of Prather. Going to stay Tigers ball, but 1.5 minutes left. If the Lions can go down and eat up maybe another half a minute of clock on one possession, they should virtually steal the win.
Webster with the ball on the inside, passes to Lewis. Lewis takes the 3, and it's good.
Timeout is called by the Tigers coach. Lions lead cut to 9. But following those scoring leaders, Romero with 6 points, 2 threes. Fitzpatrick also with 5. He had a 3 as well. And then Blaze Zaronia with a 3 of his own. So we've seen, I believe, 6 threes from the Lions tonight. In the past couple of games, they've shot maybe 1. So that's great. I think that that's a key to the Lions game, is being able to shoot some threes. Last year, the team was almost entirely centered on shooting threes, and this year they're much more of a big man team. But if they're unable to get their shots off from deep, then no one's going to commit to them, and they're just going to commit down low. So the more the Lions can shoot from three, as long as they're making, 40% of them, then I think that they should just keep going like that.
Amen inbounds the ball. Pass it to Fitzpatrick. Chuck. Matt Romero. An open three, doesn't take it, passes back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick fouled by number 23.
So now Lions are going to get to inbound from half court. A little over a minute left. Lions up by 9. Win is so close, but not close enough. Fitzpatrick dribbling around, pulls up, and a foul called on Lewis, and it's going to be Gus Blood shooting 1-and-1. Of all the players to end up with the ball when they foul and put you into the bonus, it's either Gus or Eamon that you wouldn't want to foul, and they fouled Gus. Gus's first free throw short. Eamon with the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled. Now it's just going to be the foul game for the Tigers. You don't see this a lot in high school basketball, but in professional games, this happens all the time. Whenever it's close enough, just as soon as the team that's up gets the ball, you foul them so that you can try and get the ball back after free throws. But when you let the team out-rebound you, get 2 offensive rebounds in a row like the Lions did right then that strategy is not going to work.
Chuck Prather with another free throw.
Charles is going to get to shoot 1-and-1. First free throw, no good. Tigers finally managed to get a defensive rebound, and then Charles Prather promptly tips the ball out of bounds all the way up into the stands, where a fan catches it and throws it back down. Webster's going to inbound now, 53 seconds left. Lions up by 9. Braden Kincaid comes back out of the game for the Tigers. He had come in for that last possession to help box out off the free throw. Sipes takes a 3, no good. Eamon pulls down that rebound. Taking up the court quickly, he doesn't want to turn it over in his own half. Gets it to Romero, bit of a risky pass, but now the Lions. Fitzpatrick about to drive in. It was pretty well open, but Webster fouls him. Fitz going to head to the free throw line. If he can make his free throws, he has 2 no matter what because they're in the double bonus. If he can make his free throws, then he's going to pass up Matthews' scoring totals. His first free throw is nothing but net. Now Blaze Laronia checking into the game for Matt Romero. That's going to be all for Romero tonight, probably. He finishes with 6 points and was sitting at 4 fouls for most of the fourth quarter, but didn't foul out. Fits his second shot, good as well. Brings him to 7 points. Timeout called. Lions up by 11 now. 37 seconds left, and this last minute's going to drag on for about 5 minutes of real time. Coach Spezia talking to the starters who are seated on the bench. He's drawing up a play just like his counterpart on the other side of the court. Tigers coach working away on the whiteboard.
Lions to secure their 4th win of the season.
Hoping to seal out this victory. All they have to do is hold on to the ball, maybe take a shot, and even if the Tigers score once or even twice, they'll still be all right. Tigers inbound it. Come up the court. Fitzpatrick picks up the ball carrier. Gets screened by Webster. Ball gets down low to Lewis. His shot no good. Laronia comes away with the rebound. Aiming to Fitz. They take it up the court slowly. Fitz then speeds it up. Takes it through a double team. Narrowly loses it and ends up holding on to it. Charles with the ball now outside the arc, and he throws it out of bounds. A little bit of miscommunication. Gus and Blaze, neither of them caught it. One of them was the intended receiver, but under 10 seconds left. Blaze comes out of the game for Matthew. Tigers are going to attempt one more play before the clock runs down.
23 with the ball.
And that's going to be it. Lions come away with another victory. They are undefeated at home. 3-0 record on the home court. Final score, 44 Lions, 33 Tigers. Thank you to our producer, Thomas Staffke, and our cameraman, Ian Fahey. Thank you also to all of you who joined in to watch. Please join us for our next game, which is going to be on Wednesday, December 14th against Clifton Central. JV's at 5:30 and Varsity's at 7 p.m. Central Time. Until then, I'm Kevin Quigley alongside Joseph Romero, and we're going to be signing off. Have a good evening.